Living through our times is not as easy as it seems.
But we want to make a difference.
And we choose to be
on the sunny side.
Father Saturnino Urias University launches
On the Sunny Side, Wednesdays from 10:30 to 11:30 in the morning.
live from our official FB pages and YouTube channel. When things don't seem to make sense,
We choose to be on the sunny side.
Good morning, Urians! Good morning, everyone! Welcome to another episode of On the Sunny Side. This is Arlene Floreta, Dean from Teacher Education Program. And with me this morning is the Director of Students and Alumni Affairs, Reverend Father James Michael Abellanosa. Good morning, Father.
Good morning, Ma'am Arlene. Greetings to everyone joining us in this episode of Sunny Side.
Thank you for watching us live via the official FSUU FB pages and YouTube channel. Thank you also for sharing this episode, and shout out to all our students and faculty from the Arts and Sciences program, Accountancy program, Business Administration program, Criminal Justice Education program.
Greetings as well to the students from the Computer Science program, the Nursing programs, the Teachers Education program, and the students and the faculty watching us right now. Keep on following the episodes of On the Sunny Side.
Yeah, thank you so much, Father Mike. So please tell us something, what we're going to have in this episode, Father Mike.
Our episode today is titled A Little Rain on Our Parade. Now, who would want it to rain during a parade? Diba hasol magina ma'am kung mag-ulan kung mag-parade. Actually, this episode is meant to recognize and acknowledge that we all face some challenges and even difficulties as we engage in new modalities of learning. Studying ought to be fun. Murag parade dapat ba? Kanang malipay ta.
Yes.
But then we recognize nga nagtaligsik. In Butuanon, we say gataliti.
Taligsik, taliti.
While we are pursuing our goals and dreams in life. In particular, we see nga nag-adjust ang tanan na ini new normal nga natong nasinati karon.
Yes, Father Mike, new normal adjustment. So, since kay ga-adjust man tang tanan, no, what's going on around us, may we hear some tips lifted from the article, The New Normal, How Life Has Changed Due to COVID-19, and Tips to Help You Cope. And this is by Emelita Cornain.
Now, new normal tips para kanang mag-adjust ta sa mga bagong experiences, bagong difficulties natong nasinati. Tip number 1, allow yourself to grieve the old normal. Meaning to say, kana bang, we start to recognize that we enjoy the past, but then we also have to let go of the past.
Okay.
Kuma naman siya, unya natay bagong experiences karon.
Okay. Ang sa itong ingon ni mo, ana, Father
Oh,
Mike?
I used to joke nga, murag, it's like, kung tapos na ang pagigugma, biyaan na.
Okay. Move on ba, no?
Move on.
Kung baga. Okay. Another tip?
Tip number 2, create a new routine. It's like us creating new ways of life that we have to do day in and day out. Routine. Musta may mga bag-o natong buhaton karon. If before, maanad ta nga mamataog alas 5, kay mo eskwela alas 7. Now, maybe we can start waking up at 6:30. And then, what do you do next? You just do your household chores. And then, go to FSUU Learn. And then, stop by 11 o'clock. Since this are really asynchronous time for learning, so you can practically cut times and assign particular times during the day when you can study. And then create
We
new
also have to
avenues.
include on the sunny side, on the routine, Father Mike.
Yes,
no?
that will be exciting.
Yeah, karon kay na Wednesday, usually Thursdays, no?
Yes.
Yana.
So when you tune into On the Sunny Side, you will have a new routine, meaning to say you will have something to look forward to for the whole week.
Yes, Father. Unya appeal siguro sa new routine kay asynchronous man most of the time, pwede na pud kay di mo matag sayo, Father, no?
Exactly.
I think that's one good thing kay ang klase pwede raman akong 7:30 unya na nako alas 9 sudlan.
But the other thing is equally important po, ma'am, kana bang if you say nga we can wake up later, but please sleep early pod.
Yes, no? Kay
Don't
importante.
spend too much time nga we becoming night, how do you call it?
Night
murag,
owls.
sige lagbilar sa kagabian.
It's not also good. Okay. Tip number 3.
Journal your experience. You know, when you write things, when you write moments happening during this pandemic, we recognize that it can be therapeutic. It can be therapeutic. When you write your experiences, you write your pains, you write your sorrows, your kabalaka, kaguol, and then you can express yourself actually through writing. You do this by writing down, like literally magsulat.
Yeah. Kaya
And
di
you
na
can-
rabat na mo sulat ron kaayo, Father.
Mao, ma'am.
Oo.
But then when you look at your strokes, you can see the experiences and what's happening inside the heart and the mind. as well.
Wow, ug apil anang stroke ang gibati dai no, Father Mike.
Exactly.
No? And when you go back, dili na niyo ma-imagine nasulat dai ni nako.
Oh, mao.
Na
Not just
feeling.
that, ma'am. I remember one time, there was a time when somebody wrote like, I write in red with all the meanings attached to the color.
Wow, maybe hatred or love, who can tell, di ba?
But the good thing about this is, after the pandemic, you can look back at this and recognize that some things were happening during this pandemic.
Okay. So, thank you for that, Father Mike. Before we move to the next step, we would like to thank our viewers right now. We have 62 viewers, no? So, hi to Jane, who is watching us, and some teachers from the teacher education program. Hi to Ma'am Hazel, no? Annalisa, who is from Japan. Thank you for watching us today. Sige, we move to the next tip, Father Mike.
The next one, that will be the fourth one, create a space inside your space. Meaning to say, you know, when all of us are like cramped up in the house during this time when we are all struggling since we cannot go out of the house, find a comfortable place, that part on your house where you can claim as your own. It doesn't have to be that complicated. Just a simple space where you can say, this space is really for my studies and for my personal stuff. It doesn't have to be big. Just find a space where you are comfortable.
Yeah,
It can
and
be
one day-
anywhere.
Yes, Father. And one day you will realize that a lot of things happened in that very little space.
True,
Okay?
true.
Yeah, so hi to Dino Pineda, who is also watching us now. Thank you.
Hi, Sardina.
Okay. Jamie Scott from the Department of Education, thank you also for tuning in. And we move to the next tip.
Well, next step, stay connected in new ways. Mura og this has become the new normal na gyud, ma'am. Kanang sa una when we get to see face to face and you know we get to go out with friends. And these are really great things, but now since we are following health protocols, just find ways that you're comfortable with. Maybe it's not really the best that we can have, but then just stay connected. More importantly, some people will say we may be distant in spaces or in time, but we are close by the heart.
Wow, no? So we stay connected, no, in different ways, no? There are many ways to connect to us. Thank you also for watching, Kim Charmaine. Thank you. And we move to the next step.
Tip number 6, create and find pockets of joy. Ginagmay ba nga kalipay yung mga katiting na joys in life. We celebrate the small things in life. You know, these days it has become normal for people to plant
Yes.
kanang mga gulay bitaw.
Oh. Apil
Oo.
bulak, Father. I'm
Apil
one
bulak.
of them.
But then, you know, personally, the thing that gives me joy nowadays is when you see the nanitubo na ang gitanom nga mga alugbati ug tanglad. It's
Really,
just
really.
so fun and it gives you like a sense of joy and kind of like an eager expectation to look and check for the next day if nanabay bagong nitubo.
Yeah, I agree with you, Father. Kay sa una ra ba dili kay nato pansin, pero kanon we really have time to do that. Okay? So we move to next step.
Tip number 7, we say, give yourself a break.
Really, we need that.
You need that. Even from FSUU Learn.
Agree.
Agree. Kana bang kapoy naman kaayo. Sometimes, tahuro nato ang atong gibati. Kana bang, just give yourself a break. Not like a long, prolonged break. Bisan na busy og taon nga students, kanang paningkamot, pahulay gamay.
Lagi. Like today, Father, it's Wednesday, no? So we can actually take some break, chill, join us, no? Be on the sunny side, kay wala may klase karon, no?
True. But then, again, since it's still time for pandemic, follow health protocols gihapon, even
Yes,
when
that's
you
very
take
important,
break.
Father, no? So, mamili ta sa atong break.
Tama.
Okay. So we move to another tip.
Tip number 8, stay informed but not alarmed. In other words, don't get so focused on the terrible things happening. It's just so difficult. And we know that it's difficult when we get to hear the news about local transmission, when you get to hear the news about people banning certain people from entering different places.
Yeah, that's discriminating.
And then we get to hear stories about people getting infected day in and day out. It's
Yes.
like, it's just so difficult. But then, just don't get alarmed. Things will be better in the future.
Okay, it is so terrifying, no, to be updated all this stuff. Murag wa nay sulod lain atong news o kuan, no. So
Murag sakit na lang sa dughan tanan.
yeah, lagi. So thank you also, Father Randy, for watching us today.
Hello,
And
Father
we move-
Randy.
Hello, Father Randy. We move to the next step, Father.
Be morally and spiritually attuned. We know that in all these things happening, we just have to go to a power higher than ourselves. Pray, and the Lord will take care of us as well.
Ultimately, kana gyud ang pinaka-importante, Father, no, we don't really have to panic at all the time. We have to seek guidance and help, no, from our Almighty Father, no, of course.
Of course.
Okay.
And then we have to recognize as well, for the students following us, and faculty as well, please recognize that the university is trying its best to provide services to our students and faculty. We continue to offer our services in the new mode. Remember, we're all on this together. So we should treat challenges as mere little rains that we can handle.
Yeah.
Murag mga talitira na siya.
Yeah, kaya ra na, Father, payungan
Sure.
lang.
It eventually mawala ra. As I said, when you write a journal, one day you will be amazed how you have adjusted to these things.
Okay, so we thank also the author of our tips today, Father, and thank you for explaining it to us. No, it's really very helpful. So before we move forward, can we pause for some break?
Living through our times is not as easy as it seems.
But we want to make a difference.
And we choose to be
On the sunny side.
Father Saturnino Urias University launches
On the sunny side, Wednesdays from 10:30 to 11:30 in the morning.
Live from our official FB pages and YouTube channel. When things don't seem to make sense,
We choose to be on the sunny side.
And so hi again, we're back. We're still on the sunny side. So before we continue, let me say hi and hello to Ma'am Jasmine who is watching us. Ma'am Eda, thank you so much. Ma'am Melly, thank you for watching us. Sir Mark Bon, thank you also for keeping us watch.
Thank you all for watching. Ma'am Arlene, one little rain in our way today. That something that bothers us is this concern about FSUU Learn. We saying, Ma'am, lisod man. Ma'am, ikaw kaantigo. Ma'am, daghan ang assessment. Ma'am, murag hangak. It's like a little rain in our parade. We know that lately our Vice President for Academic Affairs and Research, Father Randy, gave a memo on this regard. Ma'am, would you please highlight to us or give us the highlights of the memo?
Yes, Father Mike. So the latest memo from VP Academic Affairs and Research dated September 11, 2020, it actually reinforced the policy on the online class. And these are some of the highlights. No? First, exams will be done asynchronously to provide enough time for students to finish their lessons before taking the exam. No? So kay asynchronous man, you don't need to worry to really take it tomorrow, especially katong na-late bitaw og sulod sa FSUU Learn for some other reasons. You don't need to hurry. Nga humano na to na tananin yung mga buhaton, mga lessons and assessment kay synchronous atong exam. Although open siya ugma, pwede niyo i-take from 7:30 up to the siguro mga late in the evening. You can just choose a time nga akusog na ang inyong internet.
That's right.
And then our teachers are also given the instruction with this memo nga unsaon nila pag-set up ang ilahang FSUU Learn para makatake ang mga students who are ready to take the exams and close that exam for some other students nga dili pa ready. So that's really one good thing in that memo, Father.
Abot pasabot na kung unsay oras sa schedule, dili gid dayon nga buhaton nimo diha dayon.
Yes, Father.
Asynchronous man siya. Good to
Okay.
know that, Ma'am, as well. And as announced, all students are allowed to take their exams without having the need to present their permits. As we see here, that really good news for a deadline, or rather for an announcement. Deadline for settling balances is on September 30, 2020. And all Urians may take preliminary exams.
Yes.
Payments will be accepted until the 30th of this month.
Yes, Father. That is really an official announcement. In fact, that was placed in our page, no? And another thing in that memo, Father, was on the use of the 5 E's, no? 5 E's, as we know, is our instructional model. That is the adopted, instructional model of the university.
What about that, ma'am? Kung sa'yo pasabot ang instructional model nga i-adopt sa university karon?
Kanang 5 E's, katong mga nakasulod sa ilang FSUU Learn, 5 E stands for engage, explore, explain, elaborate, and then evaluate. No? So, kanang 5, these are very important phases to take in the learning process because we believe, Father, that even if it's online, learning should still go through a certain process, no? So each E is really very important. So dapat dili na to siya laktaw-laktawon, no? Gi-specify po dito sa memo ni Father na dili mo diretso magtan-aw nga assessment and voila, nalabad na tayo na tong ulo kay kadaghan sa assessment, no? Maragi nga na. So we take it one at a time, one lesson to another, and then we try to enjoy it, no? Kung I don't know if that's really a term, no? Kana bang murag i-engage? I have to engage myself in that lesson para tune in ko sa mga ngamo din ang amo ang topic inya. Mag-transition ko og hinay-hinay. Kana ang pasabot, Father.
Mura lagi gihapon na siya og classroom gyud nga nagklase nga dunay pamaagi ang instructor og ang estudyante sa pagtubag kung unsa ang naa sa atong pagklase sa eskwelahan.
Yeah, exactly, Father, no? Kay bisag wala si teacher, we just imagine nga naa si teacher. Thank you also, Father Kids, no, for watching us this morning. Hello, Father, we
Hello,
miss
Father
you.
Kids.
Okay.
So let's move further, tingali, ma'am. And maybe at this point, let's take a little break for some commercials.
Living through our times is not as easy as it seems.
But we want to make a difference.
And we choose to be
On the sunny side.
Father Saturnino Urias University launches
On the Sunny Side, Wednesdays from 10:30 to 11:30 in the morning.
live from our official FB pages and YouTube channel. When things don't seem to make sense,
We choose to be
on the sunny side.
Welcome back! We're still on the sunny side. Atong i-greet ang atong 70 viewers, those following us at the moment. Can we hear some shout-outs from you, Ma'am Arlene, then?
Yeah, thank you so much for watching us, Mr. Orbin Villarama, Father Kits, Mark Bod, Ma'am Melly, Father Randy, and Ma'am Jasmine, and all the rest who are following us right now. Thank you so much for being with us.
So may ilang giingon tuod, Ma'am?
Ningon lang sila nga, hi and good morning. Let's all be on the sunny side. Yeah, we choose to be on the sunny side bisag gataligsik, no?
Maog yun.
Weather forecast today, ulan. Okay. So we choose to be on the sunny side.
Of course.
Oh,
Ma'am.
Father Alner, hello. Maayong buntag, Father.
Thank you. We hope to have more watchers and viewers.
Lagi, pwede pa gid kaayo mo apas, no? So be with us, no? More tips and announcements are coming.
Actually, this episode will always be helpful for all of us in this university para nga we have some common understanding on how we move forward with
Yes,
this new
Father.
academic year.
Yeah, I really agree. It's not only for students but also for our teachers, no?
I think another little rain that we have is on the issue on assessment. Kana bang assessment kay murag ingon pa sa mga bata, agoy assessment na po. Can you clarify on this, ma'am?
Okay, assessment is really an issue nowadays, no? We go back to the same memo that we used earlier, no? That came from Father Randy, and it was clarified in that memo that assessment, first and foremost, can be graded or not graded at all, especially when it's on the engage and the explore part, no? Because some of these are just process questions. No, they are very necessary to trigger us to that learning activity, no? Pero pwede ra gid siya dili graduhan. Mura bag pagsugod, Father, kay imagine your teacher na siya sa atubangan, unya nag-post siya og question.
Okay.
Oh, so kung sa klase pa ta, Father, tubagon nimo dili.
Mutubag man ko, ma'am. Kaya ikaw may teacher.
Pwede ba po dili?
Pwede po dili.
Pwede po dili.
Muna bag, ang first question kanang unang ihatag sa klase, kung isang musod ka sa klase and then you ask a student, what is your memory of Cebu? That is still an assessment.
Yes, Father, because it's a general term in the FSUU Learn. Kung naay discussion board nga gibutang si teacher nga isa ra gyud ka pangutana, that is already counted as one assessment, no? So it's not actually too heavy, but we already counted it, no? 1 2 3 4 5, no? Pero pag open mo isa ra day ka pangutana. And you know, Father, one thing that I noticed, bisag single line question nga akong ibutang, students get to explain to their best, di ba? Katong mga hilumon nga mga estudyante nako sa klase, Father. So karon na very expressive di ay sila, no? So you cannot discount it, no? Sa una sa klase, pag naata, we can choose to be silent, no? Waiting for the answers of our classmates. But this time, it's one good thing. Nitubag na ang atong mga estudyante.
That's right.
Okay.
But that still constitutes an assessment. But remember that assessments could be graded or not graded if it's in the engage and exploration activity. That's also something all of us will have to remember. Kay para ba nga dili ta overly or maybe ma-overwhelm sa mga assessments na naa din sa atong FSUU Learn.
Yes, Father, no? But it is also important nga na-graded o non-graded, because I have said, katong first two, paano to siya, Father? Trigger, no? Very necessary to process our learning. Unya, katong mga elaborate o evaluate, you know, natay gitawag nga learning outcomes. We want to reach certain learning outcomes. So we want to test kung na-apply ba sa atong mga students ang new learning to varied relatable situations. So kung nagklase og topic si teacher ing ani, ako nga mahimong teacher to be, how am I going to apply it in my situation? Si engineering, no? Si accountancy, si arts and sciences. So these are very important things, Father. So dili lang na siguro nato kayo i-dread ang mga assessments, no?
Tama.
Yeah, thank you also for our watchers, no? I mean, for our viewers from the basic education. Thank you for keeping us company.
Thank you. Thank you for being here with us today. So I think another question pa di ay, ma'am, kan abang assessment kinahanglan nga tibuon nako og trabaho dayon?
This is it, Father. If I'm a student and I'm inside my FSUU Learn, pag I'm so worried about assessment, abrihan ako diretso assessment, ma-worry na gid ko, Father. Kay possibly man nga sa isa ka lesson, no, we have a policy for every class, isa lang ka lesson ang iyang i-upload in a week. Okay, so like if I have 9 subjects, I'd be expecting 9 lessons per week. Okay, so kung si teacher, tinambanon yun din ako, Father, very important, no? Tinambanon. I hope it's okay nya para magkasinabot jud ta ba. So in that lesson, Father, so nana ko 5 is granting si teacher nangutana siya question in the engage. Na naghatag po siya video to watch sa explore na po siya question duha na to. In the explain, maybe si teacher na nag-explain or napa siya trigger question. In the elaborate, na siya application. And then there's a little quiz pag abot sa ika-5 nga. Kay 5 is lagi. So, kung ma-open ko naman day, halaka kadaghan na sa akong assessment. Kay gitibo naman to og hatag ni teacher. But dili ni siya all due on Monday pod gihapon, Father, no? So, we understood that, no, we have guidelines how to set our assessment, our lessons in the FSUU Learn. I just hope that everyone's doing so, no, para dili pug kayo tama maunsa man na, Father.
Makulbaan tang tanan.
Makulbaan, no. Ingon ang mga students na stress sila kaayo sa ilang assessment kay pagkita nila sa number. Okay.
Ang importante nga katong latang sa 5E so good sa magsugod nato sa atong kalimot naman ko, ma'am, sa 5Is, ma'am.
Sa engage, Father.
Sa engage. Magsugod nato sa engage. So, dito po kasugod sa engage. And then
Yes,
if you put
Father.
an assessment there, you answer the assessment. Ayaw pag sige tabok-tabok diretso kay dili ta makasabot nganong naa ang assessment.
Yes, Father. So, you would understand and you would appreciate nganong gibutang to dito. This must be very necessary for you to learn the skill, no?
That's right.
Yeah, and
So I
hi
think
to-
we're now enlightened with
Yes,
this.
gamay. Siguro, Father, I
Oo.
hope so, no? I'd like to say hi to Ma'am Friday, Sir Richie, Chari JC, Esther. Thank you for keeping us company.
Thank you. That's so nice of you. So I think, as I was saying, maybe we can move forward, and this time we would like to provide some tips to our students to go about with their everyday engagement in our FSUU Learn. So can we have some, maybe let's watch this video on our student exercises.
So we're still back. We're still on the sunny side. Thank you for keeping us company. We'd like to say hi to Lex Michael Geritan. Hi, sir.
Ma'am, what about the teacher side? Kanay karon daw. Thank you for that exercises for our students. Kanang makatabang taba, kanang we are guided with how to do things and maintain our sense of classroom and our sense of being students and at the same time faculty, even during our online learning. So, Ma'am, what about the teacher side? As I was asking, I think we have to also see, mas ano po nato nga ma-encourage o ma-inspire po nato atong mga teachers o kitang tanan, for that matter, to go on with this time of pandemic.
Yes, Father. First and foremost, I'd like to share the feeling of a teacher now because I'm also a teacher. I'm just lucky I have fewer students now. But like any other teacher, Father, I also feel the same toil of creating lessons, checking assessment, because we are all first-timers here, no? So, ingon ko, I'm here for the last 25 years, pero karon pa gyud ang kita nag-online. So, pari-parihas ra tagibati, no? Teachers and students alike. But in that memo of Father Randy again, we are reminded to space our assessment, no? Considering content, volume, doability. In other words, we need to be sensitive in giving the types of assessment to our students, no? Like, are they really necessary to develop the skill, no? Let us also try to reflect on it. Kay, murag pari-parehas sabay nag-effect, Father.
But then our teachers, I know that our teachers are doing their best to come up with the best assessment for our students. Kaya ang goal magit-ani, aron magkat-on tang tanan.
Yes, Father.
I think it's beneficial for both nga mamba nga, remember nga, pagdaghan ang assessment nga anseran sa estudyante, daghan pa doon ba yung answer or checkan si teacher. So, muna nga, we will do our best to come up with better and best strategies to come up with assessments.
Yeah, exactly, Father. Pero let's just be gentle with ourselves, no, as we learn. Siguro, parehas lang tanakuratan, no? We want to create a very engaging teaching learning activities. Thus, nadaghanan nato og butang atong mga questions, atong mga activities. Pero as we go in and out day after day, naka-realize na pud siguro ta karon, no, teachers, I'm a teacher, unsaon pud to nako pag-tone down, no, considering that not all our students have laptops, no, bisan magpahimo lang tag document, Father, lisod di maghimog document sa ato ang mga cellphone, so we need a laptop, no, niya dili tanan na internet. So siguro for now naka-realize na pud si teacher. Anyway, rest assured that there are things that we are doing in the university. There is continuous training, there are also reminders, there are monitors, no, to help us look into our classes kung like unsa pagkahimo, sakto ba, mga ingana. There is always an assistance provided both for students and teachers. And we keep our lines open, no? Pwede ra kaayo mo communicate sa teacher mismo in that FSUU Learn kung nabugatan sa assessment. Pwede pod mo email sa dean nga, ma'am, na ako'y concern nga murag wa nabasa ni teacher, and we will connect to your teacher. And then, naapoy mga assistants in the university, no, in the form of gadget. Kunya, yesterday, nakakita ko, Father, nga nanapoy gi-post nga, pwede daw ta mo join sa raffle. We could be a lucky winner, no, for that pad. Wow.
How
Yes,
exciting.
Father.
Everybody needs some loads assistance karon.
Lagi. Appeal gadget, Father, no?
Gadget. Actually, the university is offering like gadget assistance and loans to students who would qualify for it. And we hope to assist our student in the best way that we can.
Yes, Father. Really, no? So, we're doing our best, and thus, we value your comment, no? So, katong mga nabutang sa mga GC, amo tong gipaminawan, and we really try to connect. And thus, the reason nga nung naapod tayo ing ani karong buntag, no? So, hi to MG, Father James, Joseph, Lex Michael. Thank you for keeping us company. And Father, since you gave the tips, no, for students, we also have tips for teachers. Now, let's try to watch this video. Unsa po kahani? And we're back on the sunny side. Hi to Ma'am Sanchez. Thank you for watching.
Oh, that was a lovely video that is shown. Ma'am, can you elaborate further, Tingalis, your thoughts about that since you were the ones who created it? Some more thoughts about it.
Okay, Father. The pieces, credit to the Holy Spirit. It was actually created right after the Mass of the Holy Spirit because Ma'am Jose tried to prod me. Unsa ka ang pwedeng itip, no? Gibulgar na naong ko nimo, Father. Sikreto ra tara to nato. Well, anyway, paces, no? Paces. No, pace or lesson. Unya, parang it also jives with the memo of Father Randy na we really have to look at our lessons and our assessment, no? So, timing ra pod to, no, nga nabuhat na to tong paces. Pace your lesson, Tanaw nato kung necessary ba gyud ni nga content, necessary ba ni nga assessment, no? As you see, Father Mike said nga it's all beneficial both for teachers and students. Daghang assessment, daghang kag checkan, no? Kanang may ngana. And then katong last part akong ganahan, Father. Katong
Scale up.
Yeah, katong scale up, no? Kay in fact, pwede ra gyud to balihon, no? Katong paces mahimo siyang space, no? For teachers, maybe we can also start by scaling up. Sa tong imong ingon, Father, kung typewriter ka,
Karon, laptop na.
okay,
But then our
yeah,
students
yeah.
wouldn't know what a typewriter is. You know, can we just talk about typewriters na lang po? Just to demonstrate what scaling up means, ma'am?
Maklaro man atong atong ira na, Father.
Oh, wag na lang. It's so sad to
Yeah.
get to be stuck in that part of our learning process.
Lagi.
Anyhow, ma'am, karon practically really all of us are really adjusting to this pandemic. And as I was saying, the title of this episode, imagine na lang yun nato ni tanan nga we are really on a parade, but na lang yun taliti. Ginagmay nga basa-basa lagid, sprinkles and drizzles here every once in a while, here and there.
Lagi,
Pero nga difficulties and struggles and inconveniences nga bother nato need to be situated in a larger perspective.
Lagi, Father. Kay kung mag-parade, di ba, we ask ourselves, unsa man, padayon tag-parade o dili? That's one question kung mag-parade, Father, di ba?
Kung mag-ulan, pero kasayang pod.
Correct.
Fully dressed na. Naanay drum and bugle. Naanay mga tanan, ang kabibo, and then all of a sudden, because there's like drizzles, we stop. No.
Yeah, daghan kayo parade atong na experience. Di ra ba kayo usong parade karon, no? Pero sa una, Father, uso kayo ang mga parade, no? Especially kung U days. So sa rain or shine gid na, Father, laban lang, no?
Laban lang.
Gyud na ang parade. Di gid na namo sukuan ang parade, magpaulan gyud mi.
Dapat, you know what, as you were talking about U days, since I'm newly assigned here, I was like excited to get to know what's gonna be happening, but then nowadays we're doing it in another way. But then, sige lang, laban lang.
Laban lang yun.
Laban lang kay talitiran eh. Now, let's talk, as I was saying nga, ningon ko gaina nga, with all of these difficulties that we are experiencing, we have to put them in a larger perspective. Kalabang, unsaon maginato generally pagsabot ning tanan sa ingon pa nila, unsa may lintonghanay ning tanan.
Laom-laom to, Father.
Laom nga binisaya. You know, when we were learning things, you would say words like kinauyukan
Dive deep.
and kinapungkayan.
Grabe, ato sa peak, you know.
Now, it's like the nadir and the peak. But then, how do we look at this kaning mga taliti sa kinabuhi nga atong nasinat? 3 things lang tingali, ma'am. Okay lang? 3?
Sige, Father, go ahead.
First, remember this. All of us, remember this. Life will always have difficulties. Bisan unsang klase sa kinabuhi, naagyod ka lisod. Magpari mo lisod, mag-faculty lisod, mag-estudyante lisod, mag-engineer lisod, mag-frontliner lisod, everything naagyoy lisod sa kinabuhi. Kung kanang tao nga wala na'y mubati o kasakit, mura o wala na siya kinabuhi. So, life will always have difficulties and struggles. And so, with these rains and drizzles that we see, sige lang, taliti sa kinabuhi, pero kabahin sa
Correct.
kinabuhi.
Mga
Tinood nga
essential
lisod ang
part.
mga assessments, ma'am, pero remember, tanan magyud tanan butang lisod. And we're also making sure that our students are formed not just in the academy, but we have to form them as well in their larger views of life or life views. Nga, tanan butang lisod. After you graduate here, after you pursue your dreams here, and when you go get to work, lisod gihapon siya.
Yeah.
Pero that's just half of the story. The other half of the story is, unsa? Life is difficult, but it's also beautiful. Ang title pa sa movie, sa title ganito sa movie in Italiano,
Oh, ikaw ra na, Father, kadi o kalitok.
the title is La Vita è Bella.
Life is beautiful. No? So, kaya ra gyud na isurpass ng tanan, Father, no? Nang question nato sa assessment, ato lang ning i-recognize and we acknowledge and we make adjustment, no? In the tips that I gave, mo tong kinahanglan nato i-pace because we are also ordinary people, no? So kung mga estudyante maglisod, ato gid nang bahino ng atong oras, no? Because in this new normal, Father, kana bitaw working from home, school is at home,
Oo.
chores are at home. Tanan na siya, kung it's really terrifying pag dili nato na siya ma-systematize, no?
Tama.
So hinay-hinay lang gyud putang tanan, no? And adjust lang. I think the teachers are doing their adjustment. I hope the students would also understand nga mga kabahin raning tanan, and hopefully maplastar ra gyud ni nato po, no? And thank you for watching us, Kim Christian and Sir Lyndon Buke.
All right. Another thing, tuluman to, ma'am. Let's go to the second one.
Yes,
Hard
Father.
work. Let me repeat that. Hard work and sacrifice are part of everyday life. Whether you are a student, a teacher, or anybody. Tanan butang nga kinahanglan kabuton nga nindot, kinahanglan siya haguan
gyud.
tanan. Whether or not we are here in the university, at home, or anywhere else, just like nga maginikanan gani, ma'am. You know, it always inspires me when I say mass, kana bitaw magmisa ko. And then makita ko sa mga ginikanan nga nagsimba, unya nagbitbit og bata.
Ni sayo nagbata, Father.
Ni sayo na siya mata, and not just that, how can you go to mass and then magbitbit pagikag bata, mag-alsa pagikag sa imong abaga? So, hard work and sacrifice in part of parenting, it's really part of it. So, students, faculties, all of us, dumduman na to itong atong value balik na kabahin ang sakripisyo sa kinabuhi.
Yes, Father. Bisan galing magdula ta, Father, no? Murag na gihapoy labor din ha. Kay maningkamot man gihapon ta, bisag gusto ta mag-enjoy pero naagyapoy labor, di ba? Ga-exert tag effort even in games. Let's take it as a game.
That's true, that's true. Ingon pa sa mga tigulang sa una, oh my God, that term, tigulang. But then, ingon sa mga tigulang, the wisdom of old simply says, mag-antos aron
Masantos.
Mag-antos aron masantos. That's the wisdom of all. Third, ma'am, last one. Resilience is demanded in life. Kana bang dali pa ta makabawi sa kalisod? Kana bang kanang magpalig-on ta, kanang ingon pa ni ma'am, laban lang. Ayaw gyud papildi sa difficulties, kaya ra lagi nato ni. Laban lang, we hope for the best, makaya ra gyud nato ni.
Yeah, and you really said it, Father Mike, no? So this time, we hope to be entertaining a few questions down our comment section, pero murag behave man atong audience, Father Mike, no? Murag magiwa ginangutana, no? Murag naulaw man siguro sila sa imo, Father Mike.
Naulaw sa ako, ma'am, basin hadlok sab sa imo.
Bibo man sa akong GC, Father. Kaya nagano sila pangutana dito. Akong giinan, sige, join us kay para maliwanagan, no? Pero murag minaw gid sila, Father, no? Good morning raman ning ilang gipang ingon diri, no? Hi to my students and Teacher Ed. Thank you for watching. Wala na may comment, Father.
Okay, but in that case, I would also just greet the SSG of the university, the different student leaders and the student organizations, the people from the Urian publication and Veritas, and all of the people who are like assisting and doing their services in the university. And we also have to greet, murag naglisod man po to greet, ma'am, nato kaning atong taga-PMO. Pero hello taga-PMO, thank you for keeping the place clean.
Yeah, thank you so much. Ug ang atong mga frontliners nga mga guard sa ubos, no, nga mangita gid sila sa certificate. Certificate nimo day, no? Imo ma'am, nana sir to adito.
Ang taga-triage pod na po din.
Taga-triage, no, they're really doing their job great.
Thank you everybody
so much, no, for keeping us safe.
And as I was saying, kay na we offer services. So can we just show the links or maybe the contact information for our students? Now, if you notice, we have the FSUU Student Telehelp Services. This is an inter-office effort in order to provide services to our students. If you have some concerns pertaining to organizations, please go to the Student and Alumni Affairs Office. They have there an email, then FSUU page, the telephone numbers, and the cell phone numbers, both smart and globe. If you have like concerns for your health and for your well-being, sa concern, no, of course you cannot come now, but then in the university, but then you can always ask for assistance sa atong medical dental clinic. headed by Doc Ann Gamos. So there are the information numbers there as well. If you have some concerns about worries and kanang mga kakulba, kanang kaguulman ba,
Stress and anxiety.
Stress and anxiety. If you have worries and things like that, can always contact our guidance and counseling office headed by Mama Ristela Gales. Finally, there's also our Office of Religious Affairs headed by Father Alner Garrido to show us and give us spiritual support. All of us, both student, faculty, and staff in this time of difficulty. And by the way, we
have an online mass.
Yeah, that's right. We have an online mass for all of us to participate, even in this time of pandemic. Remember, it's always great to turn on the Lord Himself.
Yeah, and we have a direct line to heaven. One good thing in FSUU, we have a lot of priests here. So, thank you for that. And yes, good morning, Ma'am Maris, who is also watching us. Sir Ronald Butalid, Sir Natonton, and Ma'am Maris has a question. Good morning, Ma'am and Father. Naana by schedule for exams tomorrow? Great question. We said earlier nga ang atong mode sa exams is asynchronous, no? So pwede ra nimo i-open og sayo-sayo at 7 or 8 unya, keep it open, no, up to siguro late tonight, kay in consideration of our students nga ang uban siguro nagtrabaho or ang uban mga student assistants, no, cannot leave their post, ug ang uban dili pa ready kay wa pa nila nahuman ang ilahang mga lessons, no. So it's asynchronous and it was in that memo also. Okay, thank you for that. And Sir Richie, nice siya giingon, Father. Hi to all Urians, especially to all our students in engineering. Thanks sa tips, Ma'am and Father. Very encouraging. We need this. Thank you, Sir Richie Inatonton.
Thank you. Before we forget the upcoming episodes on the sunny side.
Yeah, next week.
Next week, that will be for one big event that all of us anticipate, the University Days.
Wow, so naagid tayo days,
here we
Father.
go, all of us.
Yay, unsa na po kani?
The 119th Foundation Anniversary, our University Days. That's gonna be happening on September 30 to October 3, not 2, October 3 this year. And with the theme, our theme is
Urians, Adapting, Evolving, Igniting. Hashtag AEI Urians 119.
Wow.
Wow. So, kanindot kayo sa atong theme, Father, no? So, excited na ko, Father. Unsa kay dagway anang University Days nga wadi man ta makadula-dula diri, Father.
You know what, Ma'am? I know meetings and planning sessions have been happening in the last few weeks about this, and we hope to have a great events for all of our students and faculty alike. And it's like, so I was saying, it's like a break from
it's
all
really
that has
break,
been happening here.
Sige, so sirado atong FSUU Learn by that date, Father.
That
sirado.
is great.
There's a novelty show?
Yes.
Unsa kay dagway ang novelty show, Father, no? Kanara ba one of the activities that we look forward to, kay kabalo ka kinsay mag-perform na, Father? Mga faculty ba na, Father?
How
no?
exciting.
Makabalos among students sa mga, Father. They make fun of us.
Oh my.
Lagi. Sige.
And on that happy note, Ma'am, we end this episode. We thank the production team of the Strategic Communications Office. Thank you, everyone, for joining us in this episode.
Yeah, thank you, Ma'am Suzette, Sir Morris, Ma'am Brendan, Sir Brendan, Sir Pidot. Thank you so much for this episode. We encourage all Urians to let your light shine.
And whenever it rains, always choose to be
on the sunny side. This is Arlene again.
Father Michael, thank you for joining us.
Hello. Bye-bye.
Living through our times is not as easy as it seems.
But we want to make a difference.
And we choose to be
on the sunny side.
Father Saturnino Urias University launches
On the Sunny Side, Wednesdays from 10:30 to 11:30 in the morning.
live from our official FB pages and YouTube channel. When things don't seem to make sense,
We choose to be
on the sunny side. Living through our times is not as easy as it seems.
But we want to make a difference.
And we choose to be
On the sunny side.
Father Saturnino Urias University launches
On the Sunny Side, Wednesdays from 10:30 to 11:30 in the morning.
live from our official FB pages and YouTube channel. When things don't seem to make sense,
We choose to be
on the sunny side.